Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time since I posted a video. I was at home. I have come back to the institute and I thought I will put a video from the institute only. Now I am in the campus, in the thick of the campus, and I am in a very interesting location in the campus here, and I am at a crossroad. Vehicles are moving around around this forest area, and I am at a crossroad in the campus which I want to show to you before I start talking about what I wanted to talk today. So you can see I am standing at a junction. Right behind me is the main building of IISc, which I have shown in previous videos, but I am a little bit further into this forest area in front of the main building, and I'm at a crossroad. You can see that there are a lot of roads, or not even roads, clearings joining at this point. So behind me there is one, here there is one, here there is one. I'll show you. You can see there is one, and here there is one. There are total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 roads joining at this point. It's very interesting to see in person. I'll just show it to you again. So you can see, so that is the main building there. It's a crossroad. This is a crossroad. That's a crossroad. It's another crossroad. And this is the final one. Each of these roads really lead to different parts of the campus. It's almost like a pointer to the rest of the campus. Now let's get back to what I wanted to talk to you. I'll find somewhere here to sit and then talk to you. So that's next part of the video. I thought of first finding a place, nice place to sit and then talk, but there are extremely large amounts of mosquitoes here that I can't stand at one place and then talk peacefully. This is extremely large amount of mosquitoes because of the rains, I guess. If you have seen in news, a couple of days back, many parts of Bangalore were flooded. So a lot of mosquitoes. I'm not able to sit at a point and talk actually. So let's just walk around and let me talk to you. Finally, I found a spot to sit. I was trying hard to find a good spot to sit and talk in that forest area, but there were extremely too many mosquitoes. I got bitten all over my body. So finally what I did, I came and sat in the main building itself, the old 1909 building, which I have shown you in previous videos also. So I am sitting in that corridor and I thought I'll talk to you. Today I want to talk about a very simple thing. It's about maintaining the right balance between assimilation and creation. What I mean by that is that during this pandemic time, right, many of us, including me, have taken a lot of online courses, certifications, trainings, workshops, webinars, you name it. A lot of things were there. Some were paid, some were not paid. I even took a 1-year Coursera subscription thinking that I can do a lot of courses. I have not been able to do that because of workload, but a few courses I took, they are indeed good. So taking courses and upskilling is a very important part of keeping yourself up to date about the trends of technology or your general vocation. Vocation and avocation means vocation is your work, avocation is your hobby. For your vocation, you need to be good at it. So skilling is really important. But taking courses is what you can categorize as assimilation. You are assimilating knowledge. Okay, you are gathering information, you are trying to learn some new skills. All that is part of assimilation. But then only when you apply these skills or you start using what you have learned in real world problems or the problems that you have or the tasks that you have in your daily life, and whether it improves your daily life, can you know whether your assimilation has helped you, basically. And that process is creation. Okay, you create documents, you create a Word document, you create a PowerPoint document, you create a CAD file, you create a design file, you create a video, you create an animated motion picture from what you have learned. That is creation. Now you need to maintain a good balance between assimilation and creation. Why I say that is that some people, like there are two groups of people. There are some people who are really comfortable in listening to lectures, writing exams, and just generally going through with these courses and completing them. But when it comes to asking them to do something creative or actually create something out of it, they are a little bit reluctant. They are like, it's fine, I'll finish these courses. They are more comfortable in finishing these courses, but not really comfortable in applying them and using them for creation. And there are another group of people who are very interested in daily creation. Like they can make documents, they can make videos, but they are happy in their their comfort zone actually, and they don't really want to take up new courses or new skilling mechanisms and improve the quality of their creations. So there's two groups of people. One group of people who are more interested in keep assimilating knowledge, and one group of people who are interested in just keeping to create stuff with their fundamental basic battery of skills. Now imagine the situation where you can bring a synergy between these two aspects on a daily basis, like you continuously grow your knowledge, that is assimilation, but also ensure that you do create something on a daily basis, like me creating this video, me writing an article in Medium, me writing a paper for my research work, me making a drawing of a schematic of what I am doing. Those are all creations. Assimilation is when I study a new course in breast cancer, I study a new course in medical device development. Those are all assimilation. So what I wanted to tell you is that consciously, even I am trying to do that, consciously try to have a right balance on a daily basis between assimilation and creation, which is what I am trying to do. So at the end of the day, have a checklist by telling that, okay, did I create today? Yeah, I did. Did I assimilate new knowledge today? Even for 10 minutes, it's fine. Just take one YouTube video, or a Skillshare video, or a Coursera video, Udemy video. They're all good. But make sure that you don't overdo both of them. That's what I'm telling. Overdoing assimilation does not really create value. Overdoing creativity does not help you advance the quality of your work. These are the two aspects of it. That is, if you keep assimilating, you are gaining knowledge, but you are really not bringing value to the world by your own creations. And if you are not assimilating, if you are just creating, there is a high chance that you will be left behind by the community. In relation to that, I wanted to tell you about a very interesting hypothesis called the Red Queen hypothesis. Okay, Red Queen hypothesis. It's a hypothesis or a concept in evolutionary biology, and it has a very interesting origin. It comes from the Alice in Wonderland story, where there is a red queen. Red queen, I think it's the red queen bee, big bee, the queen bee in a colony of bees. So Alice, the red queen, takes Alice somewhere. Okay. And they continue. So the red queen says Alice to keep running. Okay. So red queen catches Alice's hand, and they are continuously running. And Alice observes that even though they are running, their surrounding is not changing. There is nothing changing. It feels like it's the same place, but they are running. So with a lot of curiosity, Alice asks the red queen, what is happening? We are running, but nothing is changing. Then the red queen replies a very profound dialogue or a phrase that to be at the right place or to be in the same place, you need to keep moving forward. What that means, it's in evolutionary biology, is that even to survive in the current setting, you need to keep moving forward. By keep moving forward, meaning that you need to constantly improvise and improve yourself so that you can even survive. That applies to even our professional life. Even to stay relevant in your career or whatever you are doing, you need to keep moving forward. By keep moving forward, I mean upskilling yourself, understanding what is happening in the world, in your field, understand your field, be the best in your field as best as you can. Be so good that they can't ignore you is a good book that actually talks about this concept. I just thought about it now. I was not planning to tell about that book, but it's a very good book, incidentally. So how can you apply the Red Queen hypothesis in your life? The Red Queen hypothesis states that to stay at the same place, you need to keep running. What that means is that at a basic level, to at least survive in a professional world, you need to keep running. By keep running, I mean that you need to keep upskilling yourself, keep creating. For that, a very basic way to do that is to ensure that on a daily basis, you have a right mix of assimilation and creation in your daily life. This is something that even I am trying hard to do. I have not been very successful at that, but I am trying to do that, and I thought I will share that with you guys. It's like my creed, my tribe, my community, people with whom I am sharing what I feel about things, and you have been heavily supportive about whatever I am sharing. So I thought I should share this concept with you. So in a nutshell, keep assimilating, it's good. Take courses, keep creating, it's also good, but keep a right balance. Always assimilate all and also create. Don't do just the one thing. Keep upskilling yourself, keep creating. Remember the Red Queen hypothesis. To be in the same place, you need to keep running. Evolutionary biology, Alice in Wonderland, your professional life. And stay happy, keep safe, and happy Vijayadashami to all of you. Bye.